Energy. Get some energy. Is that sure? Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Energy, guys. It is 9:40 p.m. I have no energy. I've just come back from a long day. In 20 minutes time is my bedtime. I'm not my brain stops at 6 p.m. so this is gonna be hard, but let's get into it. Let's have fun. Today we're going to be doing, yes, university Q&A. I've been getting loads of questions on YouTube and Instagram asking me about uni experience, questions about my course, about uni, about Bristol as a city, diversity in the city and at the university, and just a load of other questions. So today I just want to make a video because this was requested on everything uni. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know that I'm, you know, on the right page, because, you know, I'm just like, you know, in the dark. Hello darkness, my old friend. I will make another video going in depth about my course, economics, which I study, if you guys don't know. Also, if you don't know, my name is Funsho. Welcome to the channel. I don't know how I'll call you guys. Welcome to the Funshonites. I cringe. Welcome to this channel, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that I know you're here. How will I recognize that you're here if you're unsubscribed? That's a question I want you to ponder on. But we don't have time for that. So if you guys want any other questions answered in the next video that I'm going to make, talk about economics at the University of Bristol, if you have any other questions that I've not answered, I will literally screenshot your questions and answer them directly. Put them down. You only have a week, because I'm gonna make the next video next week. Do what you gotta do. It's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, guys. Snatch it. Like I said, my bedtime is in 20 minutes. Let's do this quick. Let's go! First thing I'm going to talk about is the city of Bristol. So I'm from London, and I wanted to leave London, even though there's so many good universities. I was like that because I wanted to experience something different. I wanted something a bit more chill, and Bristol is, for me, and a lot of people do say this, Bristol is like London. Like, it's not farm. It's not a farm. It's not a countryside. It's not grass and cows. I do love cows, but I don't want to see cows as I'm walking to school. Bristol was a good, you know, balance of that. It's a nice city. If you're from London and you know every single 30 seconds there's a bus stop, you're not gonna find that here. You're gonna walk 5 minutes between each bus stops, and you're gonna learn to walk, and you're gonna have to walk, which is good. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm not gonna act like I'm mad about it. I'm happy. And in all the years I was in London, walking was just not a part of my vocabulary. I just didn't walk anywhere, because you walk and there's the bus stops, and then I'm just gonna get the bus. If you think you're gonna get an amazing bus system here, you're not if you're from London. But if you're from the farm side that I talked about, then Bristol will probably be an upgrade. Bristol's really fun. It has a lot going on. If you want a city that is chill, I don't feel lost in the whole hustle and bustle of life. Like when I walk on the pavement, I have space on the pavement, which is good. When I want to connect and when I'm like, oh, let's do something fun, there is always something going on. There's always something I can plug into and get involved in. It's a lovely city with a lot going on, but quiet enough that you can be quiet. If you are considering the University of Bristol, if you're just watching this video because you want to find out about universities, I'm sure you already know that the University of Bristol is a good uni. So Russell Group Uni, so thumbs up for that. Diversity at the University of Bristol and in the city. There are loads of groups of people from diverse backgrounds or diverse areas, or, you know, not white, that are in Bristol. However, the city is very fragmented, so you will find a massive population of white people in affluent areas. Unfortunately, you will find people from diverse backgrounds, you know, black and ethnic minority or other forms of diverse backgrounds in less affluent areas, which is a shame, and that's the reality of life. I mean, it's not as bad as I'm painting it out to be, but there is a fragmentation and you will notice it. However, don't be put off by that. The University of Bristol itself is also, okay, Bristol takes in a lot of private school kids. And what that means is you end up finding a good portion of private school kids are rich and white, are white and rich. I guess many Bristol Group universities will just have this situation, which is unfortunate. So that's the situation we have here in Bristol. However, every single year I've been here, this is my 3rd year in Bristol, diversity has improved. I want to be honest in the way I'm speaking, because I don't want to say, oh my goodness, the university is so diverse, come. I'm not trying to make it seem like there is like a good fair balance of people from different backgrounds in the university, but I also don't want to put you off and paint a warped picture. Yes, it's not as diverse as it could be, but also yes, its diversity is improving so much. And if you are from a diverse background and you feel like, oh, you might not fit in, or you want to go to somewhere that's more diverse or whatever, you come in here will improve the diversity. You come in here will encourage someone else. The diversity is improving every single year. I'm seeing many more black people, and it's amazing to see that growth and be part of that growth. But also, wherever you go, you will be a minority if you are from a minority background. It's in the title. First thing. Second thing, there are so many societies that are diverse, that are for this purpose. I found my home in the African and Caribbean Society. Being there, I didn't feel like, I didn't know if I was in London, if I was in Nigeria. A university has thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can find your group of people. You can find like-minded people, people that look like you, people that, you know what you're talking about when you say jollof rice. Don't feel like you've got to go to a London university, or you've got to go to like Leicester or the bigger universities that have probably more people from black and ethnic minority backgrounds, if that is your worry. So another thing I want to talk about is churches. That loads of people have asked me about churches, finding churches that in Bristol or at uni, whatever it is. I've been so fortunate to find a church that I click with so much, and I tried out 3 different churches before I decided to stick with the church I stuck with. Elam Church Bristol, E5, and I love it so much. I love it. There's such a big student base there, loads of students going to that church. But Bristol is amazing. I'm speaking from knowledge of Bristol, but I'm sure many other universities would have this as well. But there's a lot of churches with a big student base. You can pick your choice. There's Pentecostal, Catholic, and that's as far as my knowledge goes. I'm joking. From a whole range of denominations, there are churches, and you can find the place you want to go to. I love my church so much, and I'm sure every other church is great as well, but definitely check out my church if you do come to Bristol. I love it. It's great. We meet weekly on Wednesdays to have like a student group, just student stuff, and we have socials and like fun events that we do. If you're worried about not finding a church, that worry should just go. The CU, which is a society called Christian Union, do like a thing called church search, and you can join them and like basically every week try out a different church. Just pray about it, ask the Holy Spirit, do you want me to stay here in this church? If you're worried about leaving your church at home, you will find a church here, and it might be different to the church you go to at home. As long as you're growing in your faith, you're meeting people, you are getting bolder in your faith, that's all that matters, and you will find that here. So accommodations, I don't know if any of you have been offered Bristol University. So I stayed in an accommodation called University Hall, and it was branded Poverty Hall, and for good reason. It was the cheapest hall, it was a shoebox, it was what it was. I enjoyed it, I loved it. I would not even consider living anywhere else. I'm just sleeping in this room. That's all I'm doing. I'm sleeping. What's my own? I don't really care. Now I have a massive room, and I do understand the pleasures of a double room or double bed, space to dance. For first year, I didn't care. That wasn't a priority for me. There's a bit called Stoke Bishop, which has about 5 or 6 accommodations there, and loads of people want to go there. I don't know if you guys have been to like universities. A lot of the universities maybe your school would take you to would be a campus university, and that's like the picture perfect university that you see on movies, with everything just being on a massive site that belongs to the university, and they'll be like, you know what I'm talking about. The University of Bristol is not a campus university, so we don't have one locked off massive space. We just have buildings dotted around the city. There is an area that has a lot of the university buildings, it's called Clifton. If you are doing most courses, you will be based there, and you will be able to see loads of university students walking around there. Like, it feels campusy a bit, but everyone then leaves and goes to their house, and we don't live on campus, if that makes sense. Stoke Bishop is the closest thing to a campus vibe that you will get. 6 halls in one cornered off area. We have a university bus that goes there and drives us to the university, you know, daily. And so if you do want that experience, because people say it's the most social like bit, especially for your first year, people recommend Stoke Bishop. But I know so many people that didn't live in Stoke Bishop and also had a great time. I guess you might need to try a bit harder to go and socialize with people. Do what feels right for you. If you like the accommodation, if you see the pictures and you're like, okay cool, this looks cute, stay there. That's all I can say. You just have to decide your priorities. My priority was cheap, and I went for cheap. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like to, you like to get in as much sleep as you want, maybe check out the accommodations based in Clifton, so you can literally, it's a walking distance, a 3-minute walk to wherever building you want to go to. If that makes sense. I hope I'm not confusing you guys, because I think I'm confusing myself. Anyways, next thing. Like I said, there are a lot of societies, hundreds. You can go and check on our Bristol SU website. I was vice president of the African and Caribbean Society here, and I really enjoyed my time doing that, creating a space, community for people of African and Caribbean descent to come and have fun. I had fun, it was fun. I dabbled a bit with EFM, with CU. The only thing is, I'm sure you've heard this a lot of times, you can't really give a lot of time to 3-4 societies. You have uni, you have friends. Like for me, I had church. I was vice president of the ACS, so I had a lot going on, and I had a part-time job as well. If I found an event that I thought was really good, without being a member, I would attend that event probably. Mary! Shut up! Being an active member of loads of different societies is probably impractical. First year doesn't count in terms of, you know, your grade overall. So if you are trying to explore different things, first year is the year to do it. You don't need to pay membership to all societies. Just go for all their tasters. Have fun, enjoy them, get to meet people as well. And if that person is there at this event that you're at, then there is one thing you have in common. So you can probably have a 5-minute chat with them without it going awkward. Have fun. Does that make sense? Second year, I'm staying in an accommodation with 6 other girls. Guys, deep it. There's 7 of us in this house, 7 girls. Pray for me. My flat is so fun, so lit. I love them all. It's great. I know this is a bit early if you've just got your offer. A lot of people, after staying their first year on university accommodation owned by the university, and it's renting out to you. And then that differs from student accommodation by private landlords or private agencies that rent out basically to only students. A lot of people after their first year move from university accommodation into student accommodation. You can get a flat, a house. I chose to stay in like a house with my friends, and that's what loads of people would do. In these cases, you probably have to deal with bills that you wouldn't have had to deal with in university accommodation, because the cost of your rent and everything, water, electricity, Wi-Fi is all in one. Once you get into uni, a lot of people start thinking about their second year accommodation from like November. A lot of people try to sign by December, so it's a bit difficult because you're like, I don't really know if I like you, like we only met like a month ago, and you have to make those kind of decisions. That's the kind of stuff that you're probably gonna face when you come to university. I hope this has helped you guys. This has answered some of your questions. If you have specific questions that I've not answered, like what kind of pen can I use at university? It doesn't matter how silly the question sounds. Ask me and I will make a video and I'll answer. But if I don't answer it, I would also respond to you in the comments. This is a relationship, guys. So definitely come and engage with me. I want to engage with you. Let's engage with each other. Definitely subscribe to join my journey through life, faith, and fun. I will see you guys in my next video. I really enjoyed doing this video. I hope it's useful for you guys. And I will see you in the next video, like I already said. So I'll go now. Bye. God bless you and have a lovely week. Ooh. That's an itch, boy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Adios.